Welcome. It's Rando time. Final week of Link to the Past Randomizer League Season 6. We've got some co-op Randomizer going on. Randomizer is indeed the new hotness of this mode. I've seen it indoors, I've seen it here in League. I mean, clearly it is going to be the next best thing that takes off. We've got a pretty amazing set of matchups here, starting with Game 1 of the two-game series. Between the spoilers for Shady and Marty versus We All Should Hover Every Day featuring Gem and Ak. Got some really interesting and creative file names here. Humbug! I believe you are also referenced here. Tracking for us is Durasi as well. How's it going? Are you the bug part or are you the high part?
I suppose that I'm the bug part since you're the clear part.
I could be the high part. You know, I don't see any bows here either.
Ah, right. Good point. I will just have to let everyone know that I do not stand by what Clear Moss just said, that Randomizer is the new hotness and that whatever, like this is the new good thing. Randomizer is Randomizer.
Didn't you just play like a 1900 doors check Randomizer or something?
Ma'am.
Okay. Oh, no. You're right. We don't keep those memories that are blocked out of existence. That's exactly right. It's like Vegas, except
right.
It's like random.
Right. What happened last night? We don't talk about that.
That's right.
No, yeah. but yeah, this is just your normal Randomizer. But we have boots.
Normal, quote unquote. Yes.
Yeah, we have boots, so the rollers will hurt even more when we dash into them.
Yeah, because you can't see it coming. Did we just get a? Okay, yeah, yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, we got some great amount of money here, and we are we already got some. I mean, very expected divergence. We've already got a good fire bar going into Saha Eastern area for Gem. I'm still waiting to see those rollers, and we got some action going pretty fast and furious here. We got a thinking storm with
a thinking Moldorm. Everything will happen at once. It will be.
That's right. When does Moldorm have to think? Never.
Yeah. he doesn't let us have any time to think anyway.
That's true. That's true.
Imagine that we're letting him have. Oh, hello, Hammer.
So hello, Hammer. I guess we are continuing. So the third member of Team Watched is of course Korek, who has the absolute objectively best Eastern Palace emote. Okay, that is a fact. Nobody on the team spoilers can fight me for that one.
Yep. We are gonna enter Eastern Palace. We are not gonna enter in the league. We're gonna go all the way, bearing we can kill the boss.
Yeah, I also did miss. It looks like actually Marty went to go check Lumberjack. I didn't actually quite see it. Hopefully someone maybe can help us out. We may or may not need it depending on what's there.
We'll see what Ak shows us here. We did have single bombs as the tier 1 tree pull, which is fantastic. To just get that out of the way immediately, and you can stop worrying about bombs. I did not see what was on Lumberjack this time either. Mushroom is what we are getting told by chat is right there. Okay, so we're looking for a compass in Eastern, because we want to know what boss is here.
That's right. Finally, compasses aren't only necessary just for counting anymore. It is actually quite a nice addition to the Randomizers. You're right. So this Randomizer, when you said it was normal, it is maybe not like the tamest version, of Randomizer. We do, in this case, have both overworld or minion shuffle, and in addition to full boss shuffle. So every single boss is guaranteed to appear at least once, with 3 of them being duplicates, with some minor exceptions. Some, for example, I think Trinix can't appear in like the Moldorm 2 arena because there's just not enough room, stuff like that. Of course, we also get some some great viewer treats. Get your popcorn out. I think it is a fan favorite for Ice Trinex. It may not be the runner's favorite, but who cares about them, right? We're the ones watching.
It's probably the actual opposite.
Exactly.
Yeah, Ice Trinex is the meme of the mode, you might say, but it's also like it's deservedly the meme of the mode. It's when it happens, it's awful. We do have a sword, which is nice. We have a flute. We have a hammer. We have a blue mail if you dare go to Uncle.
So Humbug, where's that sword? Or are we playing swordless today? Did Dante roll this?
Did Dante roll this? Well, Ak has a sword, so I assume it's in cat.
Oh, okay. Well, then perfect.
Yeah.
That's exactly what you're looking for.
It is. And it's is apparently in the well, because now Marty just got it as well. So yeah, we seem to be rolling good here, and that's unfortunate for Gem. That room without Randomizer is hard on only like hammer and a bow. With Randomizer, you have no idea what's in there. It sucks. I did not see if we actually got the pendant or not.
Speaking of rooms that suck, Ack, please don't die. Oh my gosh. Good thing that was a blue guard, not a red guard.
Yep.
Scary places. This is. Oh my god. The guards are stuck on the other side of the table. Have you ever played Among Us, Humbug? It's exactly like admin table. You're just trying to run. Oh my gosh. We got bombos. If only Ack had a little bit more magic for that room.
If only Ack had a hook shot that Marty seemed to have.
Oh yeah, that's also true too. Yeah, that room seemed to go swimmingly better for Marty.
Oh yeah. Nice bombos medallion. The medallions in Randomizer are
supremely useful.
Good lord, how good they are. They are so nice to have. And Ack is not gonna scoff at a heart piece on the library. We are getting that. We want to be safe. Ack is almost dead, so why not? Was the hookshot on Bottle Vendor?
Oh, I'm sorry. There's too much chaos here going on.
Yep.
Too much excitement.
Way too much chaos.
Yeah, but I think you pointed out though, at least initially for Randomizer, I mean, we're only what, like 5-ish minutes, into the race, and we've actually got some really nice luxury items. So the sword, probably Randomizer with boots, is probably the first and foremost thing you're looking for. One sword is enough. I understand that temper is of course desired, yes. But you know what? We will take one sword versus 0 swords. And of course, we've got the flute, we've got the hook shot, and of course, for those of you Bombos aficionados, we've also got that one in addition to looks like quick medallion as well on Marty's side. Thanks for Drossi. Shout outs to him, by the way, for getting like all 4 people tracked.
Yeah.
Solo job is extremely difficult.
That's a tough task. It's tough enough to like watch all of them and just say what they're doing, but to actually keep track of it, Drossi will do his absolute best trying to keep track of all of it. But yeah, we are loaded. I'm slightly angry that these guys get these kinds of baby seeds, Yeah,
you're right. This is Invitational. I mean, honestly, like I am expecting harder, like things that are more challenging for them to really kind of exercise, their skill level, right? They're we even see their scores, right? This is 21 versus 20. I mean, basically, high contenders, right, for playoffs. Certainly leaders among the division. We can't just let them coast, to the finish line.
Come on. They get a lamp? Wow.
We even got a lamp.
We even have a lamp.
See, I feel like that's not allowed on Axe and Gem's side. Axe famously has his Act to Act and no lamp emote. I feel like they should really stay true.
Yeah. If Act tells Gem to go to Mini Modern Cave, I'm gonna write a letter to the leaders of our community. Because that will not be okay.
Yeah, I agree. A very strongly worded letter. You can you add some like math notes in there too? Maybe that'll intimidate them more.
I will. I will write it with hand cut letters from newspapers.
Oh wow. Okay. All right. Note to self: do not mess with Humbug. Swedish Mafia is extremely scary, apparently. So let's.
We have a lot of newspaper. That's what we have.
Here, I thought it was very neutral, of some European countries over here. But no, apparently we are more hostile than we expected.
Yeah. Only to those who oppose us.
Oh, okay, perfect. Okay, never piss off anybody here. Got it.
Good.
All right. Oh, by the way, I would like to point out that Marty is also in Eastern Palace as well without the bow. Because Randomizer maybe is a little bit more of an exception because I think we did point out before, because the bosses are shuffled. So technically, logically, right? You do the game is still expecting you to have a bow in order to beat Eastern. However, though, the Igors specifically are also going to be shuffled out, and they're going to be shuffled with some enemy that you can actually kill without a bow. So,
yes.
It could be like Popos. I mean, it could be Hinoxes.
Could be Hinoxes, and they suck.
You know? Yeah, they do. Yeah, they in fact do.
It could be those pickets from Skullwoods that eat your shield. Those also suck.
I think those might be flip heals like best friend though, right? Because they eat your shields.
They might be, unless he somehow got the mirror shield, because they apparently don't eat that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, have you seen how big the mirror shield is? There's like a choking hazard basically, for pickets, for like ages, I don't know, 15 and up or something.
15 and up?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how old pickets are. Ooh, we've got a master sword here on the
That's a master sword. Yeah. That's nice. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, Marty is in Eastern. Jem was here earlier on the lowest amount of equipment possible, pretty much. No lamp and no sword, only a hammer to his name. But there's another sword.
Oh my gosh. Oh, do you think I can get this? Like sequence breaker?
How is Zach supposed to get this?
I don't know. Well, I've seen him pull off miracles before. I mean, we are literally like almost walking on water. We're walking on shallow water at least, right? That's some sort of miracle.
Wait.
We have flippers. Okay. All right. Well, that makes more sense.
I was like, he's some naive person right there,
right,
just gonna tip into that. But yeah, he can swim.
I mean, they are very okay. Well, okay. So we already have eyes on a 10% already between the spoilers and Wash. So that's actually really exciting. Again, I very much happy for the runners because everybody here,
I'm not
Marty, Shady, Jeff, and they love Tempered, right? Everybody loves Tempered. At the same time, what's wrong with some, like fighter's sword cold stare action, right?
Right, and I love when I have Tempered, not when anyone else.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
I don't think people thought of that. Okay, so this room is significantly easier when you have bombos, just like Marty is showing right now.
You have bombos and a lamp,
and you can see. It's very nice. Hey, we have a key. Okay, cool. See ya.
Easy. Yeah, exactly.
Why didn't Jem just do that?
Yeah, why didn't Jem just do that with his non-bombos, non-sword, non-lamp? Yeah, why didn't he just do that? That's we should ask him in the interview.
Right. Yeah, please don't tell him I said that. Anyway,
I'm sure he definitely won't know in about like 2 hours or something.
No. Oh, nice room. Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of Hinoxes, we are torching them. Bye. So what you have to be careful of is magic usage, honestly, because you might find a cold stare. But in this case, we have.
I think it was Moldorm, right? Yeah. I think Marty checked the compass. Or at least I saw a little. Well, maybe it's shady. Like it could be like a dark Link Brothers type of thing. Like this is when Marty decides to try and face off against his evil twin. But yes, it is in fact Moldorm.
It is.
Yeah, and there's a crystal. So of course we did Invitational. So yeah, it's gonna be crystal number 1 down for the spoilers, taking an early 1-0 lead. I can still count when it's early because they're literally just 1. I don't have to worry about anything else.
I can count to 1. Oh yeah. Marty also managed to do the hardest trick in the game when you play Randomizer, and that is to stand in the middle of the boss room.
Oh,
when the boss dies.
Yes.
Huge props to Marty for saving probably 3 to 4 minutes, something like that. At least.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, it's just like when you have boots, right? They once you have them, or maybe it's like if you don't do it, it loses 3 to 4 minutes. But if you do it, right, it saves 3.
Right.
Very understandable. By the way, so we did catch a peek at Hera's boss. It is Cold Stare up top. That Bombos medallion is really getting a workout.
Yep, it is, and. Prayers to Shady Forks.
I think Shady wanted to. Yeah, well, I was gonna say I think Shady maybe wanted to, get like a mirror reflection, right? For for his sprite. Where is the cold stare sprite? Like the little puff thing. I mean, basically,
we need that. Right? I'm sure they're related somehow.
Yeah. There's there's Think Door.
There's the same monster for some reason.
True. Oh, by the way, okay. So the flippers were a nice tracking. That's all.
Okay, that's what was a nice thing. Okay.
Yeah, it actually looks like.
Yeah, no. I was just gonna say that I'm gonna try to relax my muscles when I watch Shady's fight here, but it's gonna be hard.
This is a very dangerous fight here.
Oh,
He's not on the greatest of health. Okay, he is in one-hit KO mode if he gets touched by the puffs, but I think he's doing a really good job playing defense here.
Yeah. There is no way you're gonna do this quickly. Blue mail is awesome in this fight, by the way. Shady does have it.
You know, I heard in the vanilla game that the blue mail is the dungeon prize of the Ice Palace, and I think Colstair, you know, is the boss to Ice Palace. Did you know that, Humbug?
Well, now I do.
Okay, well, perfect.
So how this game works is usually that you use the item that you find in the dungeon to kill the boss. So how do you do that?
Well, I mean, that's why they went to escape first. You know, they got the blue mail, and now they can, you know, now is, you know, obviously they can go kill Colstair.
Colstair in logic. Yeah, I get it now. Oh, okay. We have half magic. That's nice.
Yeah, you were just mentioning. I was even thinking about that earlier. So like, I know that half magic is probably, you know, among like many people's probably one of like the best luxury items, right? Because that just means you can spam out any, you know, fire rod. You've got a lot of defense for cave, etc. But I mean, in Randomizer, as you mentioned, right? Those medallions.
It's so good. Oh
yeah. I mean, now you can actually really be comfortable.
Yep. We did see here an interesting play from Marty, and that was he stole the key in the front of his cave to go to the back. So we have someone who apparently wants to go through back of escape in Randomizer.
Yeah.
Well, there was also a key in Dark Cross, but you know.
Yeah, no, but I'm right, but that's a very interesting observation though, because yeah, Randomizer typically these screens are not ones that you kind of want to go through. You know, again, like they can be somewhat tamer. You know, we love thieves, by the way. That is, at least he didn't rob us. And these actually. Hello, Bebos. Just, you know. Oh.
Wow, that room is tame. That can be a tough one when there's like only rollers in there, but yeah. Okay, we have.
Oh my gosh! What a great key steal.
That was sick.
Yeah, I mean, you know, for those of you don't necessarily wait, you know, to try and find that glove in order to do the back of escape, especially when it is. I mean, we don't know it's glove locked, but I mean, when you have to go through the back in order to go get the glove, that looks kind of.
It's kind of glove locked. No, wait, it's key locked.
Oh yes, yes, yeah, that was very true. Yes.
But yeah, there was a small key in Dark Cross, so we didn't need to steal the key. But the fact that Marty like ahead of time thought of the fact that maybe there is not a small key in Dark Cross, but I can do this anyway to steal it. That's clever thinking. I like it.
Well, that was a very rude spike in rescuing the old man cave. Like it's, you know, it's so inevitably, you know, when you got Randomizer, you know, the spikes can get shuffled in, and in fact, when I say can, they will, you know, almost certainly get shuffled in. Pod bridge is a very common one for that mini Helmholtzer to be replaced by a spike of sorts, whether it's the small one or the big one.
Fortress one in GT.
Yeah. Those are great places. Yeah, the old man cave is. I don't necessarily think I've seen that before yet, but you know, it's also one of those real great convenient spots when you're trying to not get hit.
You do love it when you get the vertical roller in old man cave. Like you're gonna take 3 hearts of damage no matter what you do. Just do it. Make sure you have more than 3 hearts doing it, and you'll be fine.
I mean, so these are things that I think people don't necessarily. I mean, it's not like on the forefront of their minds. This is Randomizer. You know, I think it's been said before. Can be quite the equalizer. Oh my gosh, scary. You know, but I mean, like the lamp suddenly becomes very escalated in terms of value. You know, we see medallions. I mean, we see safety is also pretty scary. We see like for example, Marty also, Shady took his time. Being very cautious, right, about trying to kill Colstair so we don't die. You know, Ak is doing the exact same thing. Yeah,
utilizing pulse buffers to get a good feel for where to go at a specific time. This is, I'm just gonna call it out here. This is something that gets significantly harder on fast ROM.
Good to know.
Because just watch Ak's fight right here. It's lagging. It's very lagging. But Ak is using that to his advantage. Like he can take it slow because the fight is slow. On fast ROM, it's so tough. This fight is so tough on fast ROM.
Oh, for sure. Well, okay. Well, one, I am gonna take your word for it, but I mean, like, I definitely can understand that. Like, yeah. Whenever like one of the first things I think that when Fastron was presented to the community, Rocket Trinex was certainly up there among some of the bosses. All right, we did it on Axe side. We have bested Cold Stairs, so that is Hera down for Axe. That was Hera down for Shady. Of course, we also have Eastern Claire on Marty's side.
I did not see where the Moon Probe was, but I can only assume it was in her basement.
Ooh, okay. Okay,
yep.
Well then.
Yep. We have
converged. Yes.
Yeah. I'm just gonna call it and say that Spoilers has a slight lead going into Dark World.
Oh, really? What makes you say that? Is it because Shady's the only one in Dark World right now?
Oh, well, yes.
Oh, okay.
Actually, that depends on Marty's and Jem's Cold Star fights, honestly.
Oh, great.
Because they still have to do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. And and I don't think it necessarily got that much better. Okay, yes, like we did collectively see Tempered Sword between everybody. However, like everyone here is clearly on Master Sword, which means that I think Marty and Shady didn't go to the Zora area, and then I think right now, Ak and Gem probably haven't done at least Spec Rock.
Spec Rock, yeah.
Yeah.
Which
Gem's gonna be.
He might be
a little bit miffed to find the temper. I mean, he's always gonna happy with temper, but at the same time, it's like, why can't I have it?
That was an excellent Polestar fight from Marty. That was the fastest as far.
That was great. Mm-hmm.
That was so good. Really, really sick. Got a lot of double spins and quick hammer hits in. That was really nice. I liked it.
Yeah. Alright, yeah, we're watching. Yeah, so Gem actually ended up getting hurt from Cold Stare. I mean, again, it's just very difficult. And I think also I don't know if his poking aren't necessarily doing much, but I mean, he also could have some interference here with the falling icicles.
Double kick. Yeah. It's I think he poked the pups, and that does nothing other than stopping your like your sword out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all right. There's Tempered for Ak. It's like, okay, I definitely did not need this for Cold Stare. No.
No. That would not have been nice at all. No.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and also for what it's worth, I do think So I guess I'm not sure how much. Spoiler. Marty has played. Certainly Shady is a veteran runner as well. Zelda for a spoiler. I think it actually does to some extent give them probably like a good edge. Okay, can you ever be comfortable in Randomizer? Probably not. But I mean when you do spoiler, you become more accustomed to lower percent stuff.
Low
right?
percent, yeah, easily, and you're not immediately super scared of an early hammer blind, for example, or a Cold Stare fight,
exactly.
like they just did, because you know what you have to do to survive it. Maybe you're not the fastest at the fights, but that's not the most important thing here. It's actually just being able to do it. That's the important part.
Oh yeah. Survivability is even more elevated here in Randomizer. Yeah, and of course this is co-op, right? Everyone gets to be in a voice call. Gem and Ak are together in a voice call, Shady and Marty in a voice call, and now they get to exchange different words of camaraderie, encouragement. What the heck was this room all about? Type of thing. And maybe it might be a bit more courteous to your partner. If you maybe give them a forewarning about what is yet to come in certain locations.
Right. Why didn't you tell me about the spike on Hammer?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. Another one. Especially. We haven't really seen this so far. It doesn't actually look like maybe Aga is going to be required, but if you have to do, Castle Tower, potentially for, let's say, Lumberjack or Dark World access, be aware that Wall Masters can, in fact, exist on top of the tower. Those are fun especially maybe, if you don't end up telling your partner that. There are also Randomizer, Wall Masters, I think, on top of GT as well. Again, these are just great, courteous things maybe you could help your partner out with.
Wall Masters at the top of GT, at the top of Castle Tower, and at the bottom of Ice Palace. Those are the worst. We did get a pair of
Bottom
gloves.
of Ice Palace. Oh,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, yeah, we did. Well, perfect.
Pair of gloves in Thieves Town.
Oh, okay. Well,
Pendant
that's
Thieves Town, by the way.
almost. Oh, pendant Thieves Town. Okay, well, that's almost kind of vanilla-ish.
So,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
pretty much.
Yeah, I was gonna say. You find funny that you brought up getting grabbed at the bottom of Ice Palace. I believe
Yep.
actually, in fact, it was in fact Gem and Ak. In the last league season that they participated in, there is a really fun clip of a Gem doing a Ice Palace Galaxy Dream backtrack. He actually got grabbed,
Oh,
and
no.
then had to start over Ice Palace. It was really funny.
Oh my god. I mean, there's even a hole there that you have to fall down through to get to the boss, and the hand can just grab you. Like,
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
When you're, it was fantastic. Too good. Too good. Yeah, this game is great.
Yeah,
That's
this,
why we
this
love
game
it.
is great. is there a bow somewhere, Humbug? I'm still looking for. Oh my gosh, Marty almost got killed by the bomb slug.
Bomb slugs hurt. I'm not sure
They
why.
do.
They must be toxic somehow. But yeah, they hurt.
Yeah, well, they literally spit out bombs at you.
It's
It's kinda
the bombs
scary.
doesn't hurt that much. It's the slugs that hurt. They are slimy and icky.
True.
Apparently. Okay,
These-
nice
okay.
hammer pace. I love
I was gonna
this.
say,
This is
like,
great.
so while like the BMOs are actually placed like exactly in locations where you can still, I think, item dash through. Although Shady is really getting beat up here.
I would just like to point out to everybody that Clearmouse started this with Randomizer is the new great mode. I'm just saying.
I mean, that's only
yeah.
because I watched you play it, Humbug. That's why I said,
no.
because, you know, clearly, like,
It's
you lead by
my
example,
fault.
right?
Oh no!
You see what I did there?
I see what you did. Sadly.
Oh no,
Oh,
Shady!
Shady.
Oh, the BMOs. Yeah, Shady really got beat up there.
Yeah. Shady got his mitts. He, I'm gonna assume that he will now just tell Marty to, whenever he is over there for his mitts, get, do the smith chain, pick up the smith. Because Shady won't.
Mhm.
Hey, there's the boat in pod basement, along with the ice drop just above. So we have a lot. We have a lot of things. We don't need a mirror. Well, that depends on whether we find the book or not. But we need access to desert. We need a fire rod. We need cane. That's it.
Okay, suddenly things might be ending faster,
Yep.
or at least hitting gold one might be faster than expected.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is scary in Randomizer, because that means that you won't pick up that many chests.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, right. So Randomizer, well, right, sort of the game, certainly. The fewer things you have to kind of go look for, yeah, the fewer kind of maybe safeties you might just end up stumbling upon. Co-op is also one of those situations where, you know, well, you're kind of splitting up the checks, right? And so you're, in theory, right, if you are doing half of the checks and your partner's doing the other half, that is also half as many times that you can basically stumble upon a heart container. And then also, you know, if your partner ends up stumbling upon the better safeties, well, one, like, you may not end up getting it because it might be just too far out of the way, but also, you know, you kind of have to know the safeties exist on your partner's side, too.
Right. You have to tell each other that they do.
Yeah, sometimes I might get lost in the shuffle, you know, but, or you just gotta have that type of character building teammate, right? You know, this is good for you for training.
Do not go to whatever check to pick up a heart container. Don't
Exactly. Right.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
It's
Skip it. We're
It's for the
behind.
greater
That's
good.
exactly how it is.
It's for the greater good.
Alright,
We see flipper checks from Marty. We did not see much in North Darkroad from Ak. We are gonna hover on Gem side.
Yeah, well, I mean, we all should be hovering every day.
We could, yes.
We did hover a little bit here on Gem side. It works.
that
It works.
was that Gem just meaning his quota?
Yes,
So that he did hover today, so that
Yeah.
he does not need to hover again today.
Today, right?
Yeah,
But tomorrow, though, I mean,
Maybe tomorrow. Well, he will have to hover tomorrow.
That's right, actually.
At least.
Oh yeah, so you'll have to hover Saturday too, because that's also that's the second game of this doubleheader. I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of well, not doubleheaders, game 2. And of course, instead of Ak, it'll be Kovrek. All right. Okay. Looks like Jem also picked up his bow from Pod Southwest Basement. Yeah, it looks like we're just kind of retracing some of these other. Right, so Zora, Shady, and Marty are cleaning up the Zora area. They're gonna get their tempered sword. It's gonna be quite good. Quite wealthy coming over here with 1,500. Where did Shady get all this money? Because Marty is. I mean, Marty's not poor per se, but like, man,
Oh no,
like, he's like 1,000 rupees difference.
Yeah. What? How? Just share, Shady. Don't take it all for yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Your brothers. That should mean something, Oh, hey, 20 bucks back.
Yeah, Shady doesn't even want it.
Nope.
Okay, so I did see. Okay, I remember Marty doing a map check in Pod, and more notably, he is also not finishing Pod. I'm just in this case wondering if it was a boss that we couldn't necessarily finish, but I did not end up seeing.
That would make sense. What bosses can we not finish? Trinex.
Trinex. Oh, see. Okay, thank you,
That's
Zelda. And,
okay.
Yeah, and Plague One. Yeah. So yeah, we got.
That's funny with Ice being in here.
Yeah, that's true. That is very true. Yeah, and we do see that actually Pod is a crystal, so we will have to eventually come back with that fire rod. The good news, of course, is that we are gonna come back. Well, we have the ice rod. That's the hardest item in order to find.
Oh yeah.
And also
we need the fire rod for other things. So yeah, definitely.
True, that's very true. Yeah, but typically, right, like the fire rod tends to come more, earlier than the ice rod. But I mean, it doesn't always have to. And we've certainly seen plenty of fire rod go mode seeds. And I was even thinking, like, so for what it's worth, because we know that there is a Trinex here in the back of Pod, that is one, potential fewer location or the boss that can be in GT basement.
Yep.
So, did Jem make this? Holy cow!
Oh,
nice recovery.
Sick. That was sick. Super impressive.
Yeah. There was also Wallmaster on the bridge again. These are things that you not necessarily expect.
Nope. So for someone who, like me, really plays this game on muscle memory, that's when Randomizer really gets tough. Like if I was in Jem's shoes right there, I would not even think about the possibility of there being a Wallmaster there. I would have gotten grabbed immediately.
Yeah, humbug! How dare you be so good at NMG? And like you're honing in that muscle memory. This is exactly what happens. You gotta untrain yourself for Randomizer.
Wow. Okay. I did not need to flex. That was the fire rod and the cane in Hookshot.
Okay, well that was our. I guess we're going into Turtle Rock. Oh no! And it's
desert access from Como. We need mirror or book.
Ooh.
Okay. Exciting.
Does Jem have the fire rod by chance? Like, did he go to Dark Death Mountain and we didn't realize this?
He did not. He does not have the mitts.
Okay, well, so, but we're here in the back of Pod. Did he do it? He picked up the compass in Dark Maze, for sure.
Yes.
Are we just YOLOing Trinex here, then?
We're just YOLOing Trinex.
Okay, alright, well...
This is not gonna be good.
Yeah, I don't know how successful he'll be. I mean, I know, Bombos has been, touted as, one of the best medallions in the game. But, however, I don't quite think it'll work on Trinex. We can test some stuff out for science, but...
It's not that good.
Yeah, so...
So, I was honestly expecting Jem to do the map check right there when Ack found his cane and fire rod. But
I guess we're just gonna YOLO. That's fine.
It's unfortunate for Jem, of course, because he will not be able to beat this.
Yeah, and it is a little bit unfortunate. I mean, like, okay, so speaking of maybe not necessarily, having the best runs of NMG, this is probably a trek that has been made once or twice, from people. Not necessarily the greatest feeling, but probably not the worst time loss of all things. You maybe just pretend that he died or something.
A minute? Probably?
Yeah.
Something
like
that.
Minute and a half? Yeah. I mean, right, you don't have to go through the same things because you've already, shot the arrow of the statues, you don't have any more cutscenes, right?
Right.
It's a little bit fast, yeah.
It's a good point. So Jem is now going to grab his mitts and probably just go straight up the mountain for his hookshot cave, while Shady is actually going to be able to beat Trinex in Pod here.
Yeah, Shady and Ack for that matter, right? Because they
Yeah.
So it's gonna be pretty good. And then of course the more notable thing is they're gonna pick up their bow as well, which yeah. So man, so okay, I know that Gem can mimic clip.
Yep.
I am not quite as confident for the other three. Okay, so Ack I believe also can mimic clip.
I'm not sure why we would need to mimic clip though, because
exactly.
There are no mimics there.
That's the great.
Yep.
I definitely forgot about that. Yeah. maybe the mimics. Maybe the mimics will appear us when we still get a clip without them. I don't know if I've ever seen that, but I can hope.
I mean, I've seen people mimic clip faster than it takes to kill the mimics, so that would it would actually save time for some people. Desert access for go mode. Where is our mirror / boat? We do not have to do swamp today. That's nice.
Yeah, that's actually quite nice.
We might have to do GT without the mirror.
That is less nice, but for what it's worth, right? Like you have a buddy with you. I mean, so then you can in fact actually maybe try and split things up, right? Maybe it won't be
The good part is that death warping is absolutely free. Very easy to death warp in Randomizer.
Oh yeah.
It might even be intentional at points.
We just don't want to death warp out of Ice Trinex early. That's the most important non-death warp we can take.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think so far
we can still have some tough bosses in the Ice Trinex arena. Like a blind there is tough. A Vitreous is really tough.
Vitreous anywhere I think is very difficult.
Good point.
Yeah, and in fact, actually, so yeah, there could be some potential bosses where it's actually harder out of its original arena. So, like for example, Vitreous, right? One of the more like textbook techniques that people do is they try and take the damage from the slime, which is only 1 heart's worth of damage, versus like Vitreous' eyeballs was 4. But that slime doesn't go with Vitreous. Apparently, it's just part of the layer that he resided in. Like you can't. He just only moved. He didn't actually, take his belongings or anything.
Exactly. So say you switch Vitreous with Blind, that makes both bosses harder. It's really strange because when Blind is on top of his room and there's goo there, it's tough. You can't go there without taking damage. But if Vidi is on top of his room and there's no goo there, you cannot take damage from the goo. It's tough. It's really hard. Alright, Marty managed to dip the mountain and immediately do Turtle Rock, while Shady manages to single dip Pod. The routing from the spoilers have been very nice.
Oh yeah, super efficient. Yeah, and I think probably maybe some of the main differences that I think we see in terms of like double dipping dungeons. As you said, I think Shady and of course Marty. True to their previous league season names, they're not quite the Eastern Skippers, but I think they want to really limit their time in Eastern Palace. So I think they did in that case single dip it. Gem ended up going halfway through, but as we kind of saw earlier with no bombos, no Sora, no lamp. While the norm was probably not that bad, all things considered, right? In order to go get the key on that equipment is pretty awful. So
right.
Both of them have to kind of end up going back there.
I hear the name Eastern Time Limiters was on the draw table for team names, but it didn't make it out of the planning stage, unfortunately. But the spoilers did, and they kept that.
I don't know how to feel about the Eastern Skippers, honestly. But you know what? I am so glad that for Season 6, they decided to let Tyler spoiler back. So we didn't have to worry in this case about coming up with other ways to limit our time in Eastern.
Nice. We can just cut Eastern from the entire game.
I'm sorry, what?
I don't know.
You're not showing bias here, are you?
No, of course not.
Okay. Well, we can't have that.
I would never.
Yes, never, of course, argue racing, so I hope I can curse lots of things on you.
Oh no! Oh, what have I done?
Uh-huh.
No, definitely not. We do see some medallion usage. We do see some very friendly chomps.
Yeah, these
just
chomps
move
don't
out
even
of your
look like
way.
they have teeth, honestly. Maybe
No.
they had tiny little teeth, right, on the little tentacles, but I guess, you know, they don't have like the giant scary ones that do 4 points of damage. Oh, this is a real great red guards. Really hilarious, actually.
Oh, yep.
My gosh, dude,
Bye.
I like this ingenuity here at Jump Side.
Oh, that was awesome.
Awesome.
Gem does not have. Do we have any invincibility item? No, we have none of them. We don't have cape. We don't have burner.
Yeah, I don't think so. And I think he used his blue potion already in when he was fighting Colster. So we have no powder either. So yeah, we have to be a little bit careful on Jump Side.
Yep. Oh. There was a rude spike in the Dark Maze that Marty is in right now, and also for anyone watching the Dark Maze that Marty was in, we had a vanilla fire bar in there, but it went counterclockwise, which is the most disturbing thing in Randomizer. I hate when that happens. It's disorienting. It's something is wrong, but I can barely tell the difference.
Yeah,
That's the worst part of being wrong.
Yeah, right, because it's kind of like that moment of uncertainty where you're like, something feels extremely off. I don't know what it is. And then it's like there's just like that mental like anxiety is kind of building up. Yeah, it's not a great feeling. It's
not a great feeling. And it also induces the thought in your head that you can just do it the vanilla way. But then it just goes the wrong direction and you have no idea what you're doing anymore. Alright.
Yeah, and also, like, Randomizer, and we kind of saw in this case that Marty, you know, in Gem kind of going through the rock, arguably is probably one of the easier dungeons now in Randomizer, because,
for some reason it is.
Yeah, once you kind of shuffle away all the really hard enemies, like the Chomps and the Hinoxes and the Pokies and the whatever, I mean, not Hinoxes are here, but, and then you're gonna shuffle them with, like, Popos, they don't look as intimidating, yeah.
They do not. And we also have a boss that doesn't do 4 hearts of damage if you take damage.
That's true.
In here, it's way more friendly than usual.
Yeah, just Argus. Yeah, so it's okay. So we've definitely seen, I think, no repeat bosses so far. So we saw Moldorm in Eastern, which Hades is gonna go fight right now. We did see Colster, which arguably is the most challenging boss fight we've seen so far. All 4 runners on Master Sword and handful of hearts. I just basically had to nice and defensive plays in order to survive.
And it was a hard required early boss as well.
Yeah,
very rude.
Yeah, that's true.
But it is what it is.
Yeah, that's right. But I mean, again, these guys are invitational, right? Don't take pity on them, right? Don't think, no. You know what? It doesn't have to be hard. No. They deserve everything this game can throw at them. In fact, there should be even harder enemies.
That's what I'm saying. I am doing the exact opposite of taking pity on them. Trust me.
Exactly. Yes.
We still just need a book or a mirror for Go mode. We have found neither in the last 8 or 7 minutes. Yeah, boomerang. Oh,
that's very helpful.
And a nice safety. Fairy in the bottom. What are we going to get in Skull Woods today on Axe side? Are we going to get the fan favorite?
Helicopter? Lambo?
It's Lambo.
Take out your bow. You can do it. I'm sure it's just as easy as it is in desert.
Right. It's not. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's certainly made it look pretty easy with that fire rod.
He sure did.
I guess it's probably faster and safer and blah blah blah. You know all that.
Blah blah blah. I think that Clear Mouse eventually will have to forgive Ack for not giving her bow Skullwood Lambo here.
Yeah, I haven't seen anybody else do it either, so it's okay. One day.
You have one more shot at Lambo, by the way.
That's true. Oh yeah, that's true.
Maybe.
Yeah, we haven't been able to get in. Oh no, wait, sorry, what was I gonna say? We are actually here in Mire. I believe that Lambos can also appear here in the Mire arena.
Sure can. They can appear anywhere but Moldorm 1 and Moldorm 2, I believe. So yeah, they are frequent bosses that can appear twice, like very often.
Yeah, it'll be a little bit, I guess, like paradoxical or like awkward if like Landmoser actually appeared in like Moldrum 1 or Moldrum 2 region. Like, there's not really much room on the floor, you know? Like, they're supposed to come out of the ground.
Yeah.
And, you know, those things are like top of the tower, basically, with arguably very little insulation between the two floors.
Right. And thematically it makes sense, because the floor, quote unquote, in the boss arena in Hera is more like just a. It looks like a sheet of paper almost.
Yeah,
it's a ledge, sort of.
And
where are they supposed to come from? Right.
Mm-hmm.
The developers of the game thought about thematics when they designed
Yes,
Randomizer.
exactly.
It's amazing.
It is, yes.
Yeah.
Alright, well, it looks like we've got our second Fire Rod Landmos here in the back of Skull Woods for Shady. It's taking it out. I mean, again, yeah, all four guys have a half magic, and again, you said this was extremely valuable. Like, definitely kind of put the Fire Rod here on display.
Mm-hmm. And I believe we are getting new checks from Gem here with
Kingston. Oh yeah.
Kingston.
We have
that was a weird way of opening the tube, though. I like that.
You learn something new every day.
We sure do.
Okay.
Mire 2 is one of those rooms that really changes a lot.
Yeah. You're definitely used to all the Wizrobes and stuff, and especially I think when the popos like start moving or like something starts moving, and then you're just like, wait, what happened? Like, I don't know what to do anymore. Right.
It goes from one of the most comfortable rooms in the game when you feel comfy doing it in a fast manner, to a very, very disturbing room that you have no idea what you're supposed to do in. But Ack made that look really easy and went by way faster than I ever would.
I mean, well, Ack is absolute veteran of a runner. He's actually skilled. Yeah, and we actually do see in this case like Ack and Marty kind of heading towards the boss of Mire today. No map checks, I think, anymore in dungeons. We do have everything that we are able to kill all the bosses regardless of what they are. So no real reason, unless maybe you want to like mentally prepare yourself early, in order to maybe prepare. But I think other than that, it's just walk in the door and hope for the best, or hope for the worst, or hope for the something. I don't know.
All right, we are all very curious about the boss in Mire here.
Yeah, and again, so far, no repeat bosses. So, we have not seen Helmasaur. I don't think we've seen Armos yet either. Both of them can also still be here, and of course, we can also have the repeat boss.
Yep.
We can have Trinex here as well, right, Mire?
We can have Trinex here, yes.
Okay.
Yes. I think any boss can appear in Mire. There's no issue with the arena. It's not too tight or anything. It's just the goo, but that just adds difficulty. We have Helmasaur King.
All right. Okay. Marty, I think. Oh no, he has a fairy to bottle, so I think he'll be fine. But I was gonna say like he might want to be a little careful. He's not an Oko. But again, as you mentioned though, like that the slime probably won't get up too high. But again, you just have something else to be cautious of while Marty.
Yeah, he does have a fairy, but it's dying is slow in this game. So I get trying to be cautious right there. But Helma is one of the better fights that you can have in this arena, since he is usually at the top of the screen and you're just below him and hammering upwards and getting shot downwards every time. Helma right there is really comfy.
Yeah, any time in this case where you can kind of, I was gonna say kill two Helmas with one hammer. I don't know. Like the Helma is basically negating all of the slime damage because he's so big, right? That he's just taking up all of the room.
Are you suggesting that we have two Helmas in the same boss room?
Oh, well, I'm hoping then we could at least play on fast run, because I would really be scared of the amount of lag that would introduce.
You have a point. That would be very laggy.
But I think it would be pretty cool, honestly.
It would be.
Pretty dangerous, but also
very much.
Cool to see.
Yeah. Are we coming up short on checks?
Alright, what haven't we done? We have not done the Smith Chain, right? I don't think we've done any part of that.
Ice Palace?
We have not done Ice Palace. Should we?
Yeah,
And we
Back of
haven't
Thieves.
even had the Cane of Samarias. Oh, we have not done the Back of Thieves. Oh man, Back of Thieves. I think if the mirror or the book is back there, it's going to be last location for everybody involved. I have not seen anyone go over to Back of Thieves until like the very last possible place.
I think it's going to be second to last location because I think they're going to last location. There's their progression if it's on the mushroom, which is on Lumberjack.
Oh, that was on Lumberjack.
Yeah, that
Oh
was a
my
Lumberjack.
gosh.
Yeah, that
Oh.
if that is our answer, I'm calling this shit. This seed trash.
The seed.
I was trying to say,
Yeah.
but this came out of my.
Yeah, I have some memory. I have some memory of like there was some like mushroom. There was like a hammer on mushroom or something. You didn't actually know what it was. I don't quite remember, but yeah, it is. Well, co-op affords you a lot of great luxuries because you get a buddy, right? So in order to try and paralyze the checks with you, make things more efficient. You, however, still do not have a spoiler log, so you don't know what the mushroom will turn into. But I guess in theory, you can maybe find it faster.
I guess, and you do have the excellent option of maybe someone going to the Back of Thieves for one item and the other going up Castle Tower. That is a very nice decision space for the team, but yeah. Too bad we can't fake mushroom. That would be something.
Oh my God.
That's a very common question.
was oh wow, that would be awesome.
It would be.
It could be. Yeah. I'm wondering in this case maybe you can like swindle the potion shop guy like in the middle or like inside. You know how in Link's Awakening you can like steal the bow, right? If you just as long as the shopkeeper is looking away. Maybe you can try and do that with like the mushroom shop dude.
The problem is that the potion the mushroom is actually the ingredient in the potion in the powder. So you would have to give them something that they could actually use to create the powder with. I wonder what that could be.
Can we use the
Some other
powder?
kind of drugs. Oh.
We don't need it. What don't we need from our inventory? We don't need that pearl, right? That's kind of round.
Yeah,
looks like a mushroom.
Yeah. I think we've used our bow enough. Maybe we can just turn that in.
We haven't used the bow enough, humbug. I didn't see a single arrow shot so far in the back of Skullwoods.
Oh yeah. I think we can turn in the bow anyway.
Oh. Fair. Alright, okay, so Jem is in the back of pod. He is actually being able to kill Trinex this time around, which is great. And again, we're seeing this half magic in play. Don't have to be as cautious. And again, I think so. Okay, is Pod's arena for Trinex a little bit smaller than? Oh, nice.
Yeah, it is. The Trinex arena is the largest boss arena, like. Well, compared to Moldor 1, I suppose, but that doesn't really count. Nice gold sword and ice for
nice wall master in Ice Palace as well. So, PSA again, right? This is one of those times when you really want to make sure, if you know how many enemies there are in a room in non-Randomizer, keep your eye out for the other things.
Yep. We. You have to know, especially like in the bottommost room of this dungeon, how many enemies are in there in the vanilla game. I believe that there are 2 red jellies and 4 blue under the rock. But if you only see 1 enemy there, you have to keep track of whatever falls down on your head.
That's right. And and I think we've seen some from other cases where it just pause, for like 5 seconds or something, just to make sure, when the Wall Master comes a knocking or comes a falling, you do not want to be in a position where you do not have control over your player.
No, because this is like it's being negated somewhat with the existence of Icebreaker, but the time loss for going back through all of ice again is huge.
Yeah, I didn't even realize how long it actually takes to get into Ice Palace. Like, it's actually a pretty significant time. It's like a little under a minute.
It also costs magic. Not that we care right now because we have half magic, but yeah. Seems that Shady doesn't have all the items to this dungeon yet. Or am I hallucinating? Did I take the mushroom? I don't know.
Well, did you see any raccoons?
Not today.
Okay, well, I guess that's still necessarily. It's maybe necessary, but it's still insufficient for whether or not you've taken the mushroom.
Right. Yeah. Of course. No, not today. But yeah, good point made in chat. This is green pendant, so whether or not this is an item or not, it's a green pendant, and it will yield another item. No Wallmaster in this room, thankfully.
Yeah, looks like it. All right, we've got a second Helmasaur here in Pendant Ice Palace. Not actually sure if Helmasaur can actually get easier. I mean, I feel like maybe outside in this case of the Skull Woods arena. Oh no, okay, sorry. I guess if he's like upstairs in like Moldorm 1 spot or Moldorm 2 spot, those guys should be pretty much harder. But
those are
kind of in a but I guess if you're any other kind of more or less like home away from home type of arenas, looks about the same.
Yep, not much difference. He likes to camp over the hole in the Moldorm 1 arena, which makes it really annoying to kill him. But he at least doesn't do more damage, and you can avoid his fireballs fairly easily, usually. Okay, Pendant Ice Palace. Marty is going to the back of Thieves.
Woo! Yeah, where else do we have left to go at this point? I guess we have Smith Chain that we haven't seen yet. Yeah, but I mean, and I think that the spoilers have already done Catfish. I want to say that Ak or Gem probably also already visited that as well.
Probably.
Yeah, but so far it looks like the coverage, I think you mentioned this earlier, the coverage for Shady and Marty, just how they kind of split the seed, has been extremely efficient. Done very well for themselves. I mean, and now, we kind of even looking like where they're exploring. I mean, no one is back here in the back of Pendant Randomizer Thieves Town, willingly. So
right, no one goes here willingly. Very, very, very apt. We did not get anything from our green pendant, so Ice Palace was a complete bust. Since Ped is not a thing, since Mir is our go mode potentially, and swamping a pendant. So that was actually we got a gold sword from Ice, so it wasn't.
That's true. Yeah. Okay, and even Gold Sword doesn't maybe get as much love, or as certainly when we have Tempered. But again, this is Randomizer. I don't think it necessarily hurts.
Yeah, it makes certain places of the game more comfy, and you can relax a bit more when you have Gold Sword. It's also I think at least that it's slightly longer. So
really?
In that it has a slight longer reach. I might be lying completely about that, but it at least feels like it.
It is the Gold Sword. We don't also have it very often, so.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. I am lying apparently.
Okay.
To that, so, yeah. Pay no heed to the old man in the corner lying about swords.
I mean, that could be the next feature in like Door Rando or something, right? Gold Sword actually is a little bit wider or longer. Yeah, I like James's explanation. It's just it's like mentally, if you think it's longer, that's all that matters.
Yep, it's all that matters. What matters is what I can do with the sword, and I can do way more with the gold sword.
All right. Well, apparently we found the book in the back of Animi's Pendant Thieves Town on Marty's side. That looks like it is go mode for Marty and JD.
All right. So Marty has Desert and Skull left to do. They will be very quick. Shady needs to go back there, and Shady has to do all of Turtle Rock. So Marty should be done well, should be in GT well before Shady is. But
that looks like it. Yeah, and in terms of looks like the spoilers are certainly looking to be doing very well for themselves. In terms of I guess like playoff contention, so I think I believe Shady and Marty needed to win one of their two races, or at least like to absolutely guarantee their spot in the playoffs. And if things go according to how they're looking now, that is the mirror on purple chest. Gem and Agar.
Oh my god!
Holy cow!
Oh my gosh! That might
Dude,
be important.
Suddenly, let me take my words right back, because you know the hover stock has suddenly skyrocketed.
Wow. All right. Okay.
Wow.
What in the world? We have different.
I-
Okay, Mir saves time in GT. Well, depending on where the big key is, it might be an whole program, then it's a wash. But it's gonna save time, that Mir. A little bit.
No, okay, so mirror on purple chest, by the way, is the absolute worst location for the mirror because you obviously want the mirror in order to do any of this, right? So I guess like, man, okay, Shady's gonna get the book from back of Pen and Thieves Town. Max is gonna go get the mirror from purple chest. I mean, like, which is faster, Humbug? Just like ballpark it. Like, is Axe trip to the mirror gonna be slower?
I don't know. I want to say
I feel like
it's purple chest that is the fastest one, but
it's the
that
faster
might be
one.
just me not liking Pendant Back of Thieves.
Well, I mean, well, again, you know, nobody wants to be there, willingly. I mean, but this is actually a really, I mean, I think when Jem found this, I mean, it's like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe that this terrible, you know, this item's here, this is our go mode, go get it, you know, type of thing. And then, you know, little do I think they know, you know, the alternate was going to the back of Penalty stuff.
Oh my god.
Maiden Cell. All right, thanks, Mario.
Okay,
oh yeah,
so
it's not even like in the attic too.
Right,
Okay.
you can steal the key then.
Far.
You don't need to go to the attic. You can just steal the key and go to the bottom.
Yeah, but like you would still bump the attic too. We're in Fishbone Room. Oh my gosh, that is awesome.
I am.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, okay, this is the new routing for Meyer. Everybody, okay, pay close attention. This is the best room in Meyer.
I'm gonna stop teasing Jem about things that he does because he just did Fish Room in a non-Dorsey.
Yeah, I mean, okay, for what it's worth, it might possibly be on par with some of the other my routing, just because, I don't know, maybe like key situation or something. We can ask him afterwards, but yes, it is really cool to see that.
That was really funny. Is Jem playing bingo? Yep.
Well, he was yesterday.
He was yesterday, and that might be the case that he's just still in bingo mode.
All right, okay, but you know, you mentioned though, Marty is gonna knock out these crystal dungeons extremely quickly, right? Yeah. So Desert is very fast. We did see Blind here, another unique boss, and we just have to go in. He has to just go and take out his bow that he definitely did not give up to the potion shop dude in order to go get something, and he's gonna go use it on Lamolis in the back.
Oh yeah, definitely. He's. Oh yeah. 10 out of 10 times he will use the bow.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah,
10 out of 10.
Yeah. I'm trying to. He will also get a 10 out of 10 boss hit here. No spikes moved whatsoever. Well,
no, that's true.
That will be true. That will be true, I believe.
Yeah, actually, is that just like an Randomizer quirk, I guess, for that arena? Like it only moves in. He was trying to do Pop Spooky. Yeah, like the spikes only move if it's Mothula, or maybe it's just non-randomized. Because like Mothula still can't be in its original arena, right? And I assume then the spikes still don't move.
I don't think it does. No.
Okay.
It's just a. I think you're right when you say it's a weird quirk of Randomizer.
Okay. Yeah.
Because Randomizer is weird.
Yes, it is. It is the new hotness as well. I'm just saying. You're right. Look at the greatness. We got to see Fishbone Room. Absolutely not tied whatsoever to Randomizer, by the way. But of course, this is the arena that we're here for.
Right. Thank you for the disclaimer. I like it.
Yeah.
Book acquired by Shady Force.
Right. So that is go mode for Shady. So yeah, Shady has to finish Desert, and then he can go up the mountain to do Turtle Rock. So yeah, certainly out of the four, Marty certainly looks to be quite ahead. And yeah, I think you mentioned this earlier. He's going to be very far, the first one into like up on the mountain VPT.
I mean, Shady has 2 dungeons left. Ak has this and the dungeon that he's in right now, and the same 2 dungeons that Shady has. But yeah, I'm still gonna give the lead to the spoilers, mostly on Marty being ahead by a lot.
Yeah. Marty, and of course, already look at those great fire arrows that he decided to shoot off.
Oh yeah.
in the back, and he's already done with Skullwoods. He's gonna head up the mountain, and we're gonna start GT basically on his side. You know, I don't know, in a minute or so. Yeah, but in this case, we'll see. So again, though, there's still lots of Randomizer left to be had in GT. Certainly could, end up tripping up our runners. I guess foresee too many bad things happening for Marty, just because he does have still that fairy bottle. Jem also caught a fairy bottle for himself.
I think we've seen a blue goo somewhere as well, and I don't think I've seen Marty use it. I might be wrong. I haven't been watching him.
Yeah,
all the time,
it's hard to it's hard to watch 4 screens at once.
But I know I've seen a blue goo. I think Jem used it at one point.
Yeah,
so
right.
Maybe Marty has it. I'm not sure. We'll see. But yeah, we are gonna get our GT basement check from Marty here to try to find the big key. What boss do you think is at Ice Armors? And do you think we're gonna see it?
That's a good question. So so I guess my short answer yes. And speaking of though, like I do not think that we've seen Armos, right? So it actually could be a vanilla version.
That does seem plausible. Yeah.
Okay, so I guess if you're doing co-op and you're trying to find one of the GT keys, so do you purposely try and wait, to route in the checks behind Ice Armors, for last? Does the GT route change?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I will do tomorrow when I do.
Okay.
when I play this, if I'm the first into GT, I do hope room into compass room, and then I go full left.
Okay. Who's your brother tomorrow?
Will WC.
Will. Okay.
Yeah, we I wanna not do that boss regardless of what's there because it's so slow. I especially don't want to do that boss if I don't have to.
Well, I mean that's what Will's for, He's not listening, right?
No.
Will, can you go to the right side? Yeah, thanks, buddy. I'd appreciate that. Yeah. I'm gonna hover to the left side.
Okay.
Yeah, see? Yeah, no. Marty, see, already doing the left side. He's already into GT. We apparently have not found the big key yet because we're still looking.
Still looking for the big key.
Alright, well, it looks like we got actually some synchronized blind fights here on the Shady and Jump side. Oh, look at that. Easy, yeah, see, we don't even know. We don't even care where that... Yeah. And we can't end up getting, blocked or anything by trying to accept top in GT. Yeah, it's kind of not fun. Maybe you want to go fight him upstairs, but we have the ice rod. It's fine.
And the key being there means that the mirror matters less as a time save for washed.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, imagine the big key being in rando room or something, right?
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Where are you supposed to go out from there?
That's half a minute for spoilers to waste. But now it's slightly less. That's it.
Yeah. So it looks like if we're actually just compare, because pairs of runners, Marty's certainly gonna be the first one. Jem is the first one between himself and Ak. But yeah, yes, the big key was pretty early. It looks like Marty probably has a good, I think someone maybe quoted maybe he quoted 2 minutes or something like that, a couple minutes. On Jem, and then Shady is ahead by Ak. I don't know, a nominal amount, right? Certainly nothing that people can't catch up with, but
no, it's Randomizer still.
Exactly.
Anything can happen, really. But yeah, we are matching our opponents diagonally on the screen right now. It's Marty and Jem that has all the crystals, and Shady and Ak who still has to do some work.
I like how Jem and Shady both got bodied by the same thief.
Yeah. He's hiding behind the rock, and the rock is tough to lift because it's very high. So therefore, you cannot see the thief.
True.
And so you just don't think about it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we also do see in this case either being used in upstairs GT. Again, you mentioned half magic plus medallions. I mean, this is the way to go.
Very, very helpful.
Especially for these baris, these red baris.
Yep.
Yeah, I think we saw something sometimes earlier is, well, it takes multiple hits as we're watching Marty fire rod them, slashing. Yeah, they tend to multiply like hydras.
They tend to, but if you see there when Marty hit the red berry, not multiplied with a fire rod, it did not multiply. So when you want to kill them, use a fire. So use fire because they will not multiply if you kill them by fire.
Okay. Just like hydra heads. Yeah.
Just like hydra heads. Oh no, we're out of arrows. Is that going to be an issue? Only if there's a Vitreous up here.
Great.
We haven't seen a single Vitreous. Well, it's probably
That's also
not
a good point. Actually, right. So we don't know what's behind Swamp Palace. We also don't know what's in Thieves, right?
Yep.
I don't think we visited the boss room. So Vitreous could be at least in the back of Thieves. We can't, but I think, is that it?
No, it can be in Swamp as well. Can be in Swamp.
Okay.
I think so.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. You're absolutely right. For some reason, I was thinking that there was going to be like shallow water there, but no, I think that's the water gets drained in an monster.
Yeah. Vitreous can be anywhere. That's the bad part.
Oh yeah, it can even be in Moldorm too. Yeah, like the eyes are actually pretty light. Unlike the Moldorm or the Landmos, they're pretty hefty, right? In terms of
they are.
Shady's just tanking the damage here with the red guards.
Oh, yeah. We did not see an absurdly bad. Oh no. Yeah.
So Humbug, tell me more about torches. I think, for what it's worth, anyone would struggle with this torches layout.
Yep. We at least get another try with the magic
that's
below.
True. Actually, yeah, that is something that again, like you do mention. Oh my gosh, this room sucks.
Are we gonna hover?
What do we do?
What do we do? We bomb jump. This.
The
it's gonna go
here
out.
on Marty's side. No. What are we doing? Oh no.
Oh,
I don't know if that was intentional, but I was even gonna say, like, man, so I think the spoilers have and what they call a Marty carry, and okay, we did it, we made it. Oh
man. Yeah, that room
it's okay.
Low key the hardest room in the game.
or big key, that's also.
Oh, well, it could be big key. Yeah.
Use a medallion. All right.
High key. Yeah, something.
Okay, yeah, and I was gonna say, like, for what it's worth, though, it's not like Marty's gonna be the only one struggling with that room, right? It just happens to be he was there first, so we got to see all of the action.
Right, and we had a measly moth at Moldorm too. Wow.
Yeah.
It's like a prize that you get for getting through that torches too.
It's true. It's like, I've already faced the final boss. I don't need to face another boss anymore.
Right. And we got 3 thieves in this room, though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if we were worried about arrows before, like, we're not gonna have any of them, like, here.
Right. Good thing we don't care about money anymore. Alright.
Okay, so now we are no longer in Randomizer land on Marty's side. Aga 2 and Gan are actually not shuffled.
They are not. This is where I'd like to think that the game actually begins. In Randomizer is when you go up the stairs after Moldorm 2.
Perfect. All right, so we've got like 4 minutes maybe of like when we can actually be playing the game. Got it.
Yep, pretty much. This is when you can do it the same way that you usually do.
True. Okay, yeah, so hold on, I gotta ask. So, like, when you do co-op, for these, like, whatever, like, when you do you tell your partner about, like, the Aga 2 patterns or, like, the Ganon patterns? And, like, if so, how do you communicate that to your partner?
In Randomizer, I usually am still laughing about whatever happened in the GT climb when I get to Aga, so no. Okay. But in normal co-op, like in co-op AD, yes, definitely. Also Aga 1. I try to convey that as well. Okay.
I mean, well, so like, do you just tell them like he is going to the? I don't even know what to say. Like he's going to the upper right or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the Aga 2 patterns are harder to describe since there are 3 of them. It should really be Aga 3, to be honest. But the Aga 1 patterns are nice because you can just say, hit him to the left, or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, we are going to find out where our silvers are here when Ganon yells at us for not having them.
In my tower.
What a shot!
We did not look far enough. I guess we were kind of running out of locations to see. I don't even know if we got all of the items in Beasttown, because I guess we didn't beat whatever the boss was there. But I think
right.
Oh yeah, but you know, okay, we have all the swamp because like we did find the mirror, right. So there could have actually been a good amount of places that the arrows could have been not in GT.
Yep. Very methodically done fight by Marty.
Yeah, great job on Marty's side. Yeah, get your GGs out for the first half of Team Spoilers. Marty gonna cross the finish line and take first place out of the 4. Very commanding win here for Spoilers.
Even though Jem is actually now starting this kind of fight.
Yeah. I think Marty probably realized he was on Restream because like what, let's give him some entertainment. I can't let Jem outshine me by going to Fishbone. I gotta really up my game here by doing torches.
Yeah. That was just his joker up his sleeve this whole time. I see. Yeah. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Also, I'm kind of surprised that like. With all of these co-op races that we've seen, that chat has not sort of stolen SMC3's way of saying GG's and just say G when the first player finishes. I'm unsure why that hasn't happened yet.
Well, I mean, like, which G do we get? Do we get the good or do we get the game? Or do we get a combination of the two?
We get the upper part of
the upper part.
The
okay.
lower part of it.
Yeah, do you like the you can cut it by the x-axis, you can cut it by the y-axis.
Yep.
And the z-axis, I guess.
I didn't know they were
maybe
three
maybe it's like the y equals x-axis. We'll get a diagonal cut in there somewhere.
Yeah. Yep. Thanks for teaching some math here.
If I definitely have the reputation of being the absolute best at math, yes.
Oh yeah.
I did hear that someone might have a tattoo of some physics equations.
There seems to be a rumor going around that there are certain players, yes, with physics equations on their lower arms. Anyway, get your GGs in chat for Jen.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Finish this in second place.
Overall, and of course, so yeah, keep in mind that of course this is by average time for both teams. So Jem being the first one to finish for hovers, and Marty was the first one to finish for spoilers.
Yeah. And even though we say that the average time is what matters, like you can just as easily say that the sum of the times matter just as much. It's just how
I did hear that the sum and the average is actually different by a constant factor. So I agree with your statement, Humbug.
Yes, and that constant factor being 2, I assume.
2 or half. However you want to slice it. I'm all good. But yes,
again with the math.
Yeah.
But yeah, we usually though we like to state it in average time. I like telling the times in average since that will tell me how long the seat took. So. Okay, it was apparent that Shady got instructions from Marty as to how to not do Torches 2. Because Shady did Torches 2 very well.
I mean, that's it's you can't let the good educational value of the lessons go to waste, right?
Right. Good point.
Yeah, so we're just basically looking to, in this case, it's a battle between, in this case, implicitly Shady and Ack, running up the rest of GT. Yeah, and I think, you know, for the most part, outside of that probably initial cold stare fight in the top of Hera, you know, I'm not really sure if there were, I would say, like, extremely challenging, like, really that were kind of like clenching boss fights. Yes. I'm trying to remember in this case if we had really any.
I don't think there were. We never saw Vitreous. Like an early Vitreous or like a Vitreous in the back of the skull is usually a tell that it's a bad seed Randomizer wise. Or like rollers everywhere. Did we see any roller? Maybe like one or two, but not that many.
Yeah. I think you're actually right too. Like even for the overworld, right? You know, when we went up to like Ice Rock Cave, you know, that like all those things were pretty tame. You know.
Okay, Ack. That was sick.
That was such a good use of the cave. Oh my!
See, Ack made it on half a heart.
That is impressive. Yes. Ack just needs to survive the.
Oh yeah.
This. Let's play it super safe. No, I'm gonna go back hard.
Oh, you got it.
Oh, you got it.
Okay, I can unclench my butt cheek. Good.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. So fun fact. So the bunny beams and the wall masters never get shuffled out. So you know all the stuff in Skull Woods, right? In here, you can always depend on those bunny beams. So you do the powder. It's all good. Doesn't mean they can't get more wall masters shuffled in, but you can't. You know, like they'll never get shuffled away.
Right. Can there be more bunny beams?
I guess you know what? I think maybe not. Maybe not bunny beams. Wall masters for sure. So.
I don't think I've ever seen an extra bunny, but I have no idea honestly. But yeah.
Oh look, we got a read on pedestal. It is just 10 arrows.
Just 10 arrows.
We didn't even, well, okay, sorry. Jem and Ack didn't have the book, but Shady and Marty had the book. So.
I can't believe they didn't go read Ped.
I know, wow. I know. Can you believe that? They were just like, oh my gosh, I got go mode from Blind Cell. This is gonna be quite funny. I don't know if they ended up chatting.
Hang on, I'm just gonna go check Ped.
Yeah.
That would be strange. I would question that decision, that's for sure.
Alright, Shady's almost finished with his Ganon fight. We're just wrapping up phase 4, and then we're gonna grab, and then Ack is landing to Ganon, so we should be all done relatively shortly. This was a fun scene.
This was a fun scene. This was a lot of back and forth, and the real high point of it was the different go modes.
Oh yeah, that was actually really cool.
Yeah, really.
All right. Shady is done. Get your other G in chat for Shady, finishing up 3rd place. Yeah, so I think with this, they do not need they don't have to depend on any other teams in this particular case in order to try and make their way to the playoffs. They are good to go. All right, we just have Ack for one more, getting into phase 4. I also do kind of appreciate how everyone's health was relatively maybe even.
Yeah.
Like, you know, sometimes you do see in these like co-op situations where like one person's on, you know, like 4 hearts or 5 hearts, and then the other person's on like 12.
Yeah, that the person on 12 is paradoxically enough usually the person who finishes fastest, because they are usually the person who does GT.
Okay. Did not think about that.
But GT or pod tend to really amp up your health.
Yeah, and I'm also just wondering if maybe that's the person who, you know, ended up doing all of like the higher density checks, right? Or like going versus, you know, I mean, we didn't see in this case, you know, because we didn't have to go into swamp, but you know, like who gets to be the lucky person doing left side swamp, right? Who gets to be the person, you know? And I think like, or you know, maybe you're the lucky person going to catfish, right? And that's like one check, you know, in like a minute versus you're going to somewhere else for like 10.
Right.
All right. That is Ganon down for Ack the Boker. Get your other G in chat for. We all should hover every day for Jem and Ack. Great race.
We did a great race, and we are.
All right, these guys. Yeah, we are. These guys are super patient. Thank you. We are joined by Ak and Marty and Jem. Yo, GG's guys.
Yo, GG's, Marty.
Thanks, guys. GG's. Shady can't be with us because his throat is destroyed after that race, so I'll be here on Spoiler's behalf.
What happened to Shady? He's not the one who did torches too.
Oh, no, it didn't happen. Just erase that from your collective minds, please. Jem, Ak, do not watch back the restream. Do not.
Did you have a nice torches too also?
Oh yeah, Ak had a blast. Oh man, I mean, he was so resourceful. He got that.
It was like the most like epic thing I felt like I've ever done in a seed in my life. I was like real life Indiana Jones.
Did you hover through the spike with the cape on, Ak?
No,
that's what it looked like.
I mean, there was a lot of stuff going on under that spike that we don't need to talk about, but it was really ghetto. Like, Jim was very, very good at giving me a lot of disclaimer about, like, rooms and stuff, of strategies and what to do. He didn't say a dang thing about that. Afterwards, he's like, oh, yeah, I just baited out the spike when I asked him later. I was like, oh, okay.
You monster. Well. You absolute monster, Jem.
I mean... Okay.
It was technically the fastest strat. We'll give Jim that.
I don't know. I actually had a lot of fun in that room. So
see, I wouldn't want to take that fun from you. That's why I didn't say anything.
I appreciate it. Thank you. The other fun thing that happened during the seed was Jim was trekking through TR, and he was just like, I don't want to use my potion, but I think I'm going to use my potion. And then he was like, I'm going to use my potion. And then as I got to see these rooms, like, play out, and he didn't tell me what they were, like, quite yet, but I was like, oh, okay, I see exactly what he meant. It was really funny to me.
Yeah, I even ended up taking the long way back. Through, like, the pipe that gets you to the full magic, back to the, like, first room, because I didn't want to go back through the Pokies room.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, to only get to get out of the big key chest. You went right. Yeah. Oh, that's so smart. The story here was mostly spoilers getting to their moon pro slightly faster, but then also the real funny part was that you had different desert access items. I'm not sure if you've talked about that yet or not.
You guys found the mirror?
Yes.
Yeah. It was very close to the
purple chest.
Yeah, we decided to go for Ice Palace and then dip Thieves Town, and lo and behold, there was the book.
Yeah. We did Ice, but then we did Smith sequence over Thieves. So it was really interesting. I kind of scanned the VOD a little bit while I was waiting for the delay to catch up. I think the most hilarious part of the seed is that, like, I think all of us did Cold Stare with Master Sword, with, like, all three swords being kind of close by.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, so we didn't have the sword from Speckrock.
Which a little bit more painful, I suppose, for us, but
there was one of the swords that was slightly closer to Tower of Hera than the other one. But yes, you all had Master Sword for the fight.
I don't know. Is that really closer to Hera? I mean, Speckrock is pretty far away from Hera when you don't have a mirror, but
we did have genuine discussions there, like as Shady was climbing Hera, like Master Sword, 4, 5 hearts. Should we bother trying to kill Cold Stare? And thank Christ we actually did, because that would have hamstrung us badly.
Yeah. I think that was definitely a little copium that I went over with Jim after how horrendous my Cold Stare fight was. I was like, don't worry, Jim, it's okay. They're both getting their mushroom on Aga 1 right now because they didn't have hammer or died to cold 2, so we're fine.
I was actually ready to do Aga.
Oh yeah.
Went into escape, but then I found the key into the glove in the back, and then there was only Moonpearl left, so I decided to go after Coaster 2 while I was refighting.
Shady almost climbed without lamp? Your brother is insane.
Yeah, he has that reputation, alright.
That would have been crazy.
Or no, I was saying the mushroom. I forgot completely that the mushroom was a thing until maybe about 40 minutes in, and just suddenly dawned on me. Oh no, more about like an hour in, when we're looking for the go mode item. It's like, that mushroom is there. This could be very, very awful. And debating, okay, how big of gamblers are Gem and Ak? Would they go for that super early?
Yes. Sometimes.
Almost.
I mean, I thought I was in go mode before we had mirror and book, because that's how I like to think. Jim had to remind me we weren't in go mode yet, because you
you're
got
well
like,
ahead of the curve
so quick. And good job doing Eastern early too. It was pretty impressive. I guess with the sword and the medallion probably helped out a lot, but I barely found that key with the lights on. It was hard to do it, without
in
lamp.
the back of
It's Eastern, yeah. Yeah, because I think one of you did it really early.
I did it very early, yeah. I think as long as you clock which enemy has it in there, it can be okay, but I think I ended up just using Ether or something anyway, so, made it all redundant.
Because you didn't have lamp, right?
I had lamp at that stage, yeah, so we managed to get to mini mode before going in, yeah. We did manage to find the lamp very early.
I mean, it was pretty brave. But...
Well, I'm not stupid, but Shady talked me down. So.
Wait, he didn't want you to do Eastern without lamp, but he's like, yo, hold my beer, I'm gonna go climb GT. Okay. I understand. I think I understand what's going on. No, but definitely a sick race from like both of you. I saw your time. I was like really taken back by that. That was really good. That's super fast.
Yeah, like it was a fast seed. Now we thought it was going to be faster because we too assumed we were in go mode before we realized the book and the mirror were out there somewhere. But just from the way we had it set up, it was always going to be a bit more lopsided because Shady had a lot more cleanup to do at the end. So we knew there's going to be a good 5-10 minute gap between the two of us.
Yeah.
Luckily, he managed to get that down because he just walked through Gauntlet and walked through GT.
Wow, we had the boots.
Don't kill Ak, don't kill Ak, don't kill Ak.
What?
My God.
Yeah, the Irish Mafia is going to come after you. Yeah, thanks,
Jim
guys.
told
this
me
was
to... Oh.
No,
during the Gauntlet GT, Jim was like, use ether, bombos. And I was like, I thought that was pretty good. He's like, don't worry, you'll get magic from the Moldorm. So I had a pretty good path to climb up GT.
Yeah, I think by the looks of it, we were a little more... we made sure to grab more of the safeties on the way, so we were like flush on potions and fairies by the time we went up. So we were able to play a lot more aggressively. Much the same strategy, but we didn't have to worry about magic drops, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we just used up the potions already.
Yeah, they have 3 blue potions in their inventory, and we have 0. All right, I used mine when I tried the flute. I quick swapped and used it. I got pretty good use out of it. It's all right. I needed it for Cold Stare, and I didn't have one yet, so that was the only time I really needed a potion. And I don't think a potion was helping you in that Torches too, so...
I do feel bad now. We've completely overtaken the conversation here from Humbug and Clearmouse, so... Yeah.
We've been talking for an hour and a half. So,
fair.
no.
So have we...
So,
yeah, actually, good point.
That's the point.
Yeah, Humbug definitely brought up the different times that you could get wall mastered, and he specifically brought up Ice Palace. Unprovoked.
Oh, yeah.
Just say it.
Am I supposed to feel sorry? I don't know.
Oh no, it was great.
I feel like I can take it. Okay. No, it was Jem that it happened to. Even better, honestly. Okay, cool.
Yeah, to do like the world's fastest icebreaker.
Did any of you notice my hammer jump?
Oh,
yes.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I was so concerned with the wall master. I forgot to pause, to buffer my movement to the bomb, and it just worked.
you paused at a weird time, like before adjusting your position, and then when you adjusted your position, you didn't pause. It just worked. It looked really cool.
Yeah, I forgot to pause because I was worried about the Wall Master.
Yeah, nice.
Easiest pixel perfect YOLO trick ever. He's a god.
All right, so game 2 at least for Marty and Shady, and then it sounds like it's gonna be Korik and Korik and Gem.
From
You
one
just
hell to
scared
another.
Quack thought he would have to do 2 races.
Nope, I'm done. Sub me
well-
out for the playoffs. Who wants to take my spot?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Clemens?
Well, I mean, no, I'm
Game
good.
was you don't have a team.
I was
good. I'm
gonna
good.
suggest that.
Who? Clearmouse as well?
Yes.
Yeah,
So we got
well,
3
you know,
votes
so
Clearmouse.
Speaking of playoffs, Marty, I believe you and Shady have guaranteed your position here in playoffs. Is that right?
No. Let's go back to that other conversation.
no. I'm pretty sure I transitioned already.
She's already scouting at her future opponents. She's a heckin' savage, man.
Wow.
But yes, I think we have. I go by what they tell me about statistics on these things. But yeah, I think we've clinched it now. But doesn't make us any less stressed. Just means more difficult races to do ahead.
Yeah, and I guess you guys are still playing for like seeding points, right? Is that right?
Yeah, pretty much. But again, even with seeding, like
Yeah, is there such thing
It's
as
not
a
gonna get
good and
easier.
bad seed?
yeah, that's it. Like there's also no good or bad seed, no good or bad opponents. Just all bad seeds and all bad opponents. So
I would be very much looking forward to if we can get a spoilers versus watched pilot spoiler match. That would be awesome.
I will leave that in the capable hands of Shady and Zelga. I am not even going to attempt to keep up with the level of talent in those two teams.
I knew Clearmouse wanted to play. I knew it.
No. Spoilers! You literally have a spoiler log in your logo, you know? I think that would be pretty sick to see. Yeah, but thank you guys so much for racing. This was a blast. Yeah, so definitely, and good luck for everybody on game 2.
GG's, guys. See you in the playoffs.
Yeah, we'll see you.
Thanks for the
We'll,
comms.
Jem, we'll see you on Saturday.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
I'm not.
It's okay, you practice torches too.
Wow.
Everything will be fine.
Yeah, sure. Something else will go wrong. I guarantee it.
It's also all co-op from now, so get Shady like a hot toddy or something. Homie's gonna have to still be talking for a little while.
Yeah, we got to get him back onto his feet. Like this is, yeah, we need him.
All right, anything else from you guys before we kind of wrap things up?
Thanks for tracking, Relkin.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and as
he
always. Oh, he's. Yeah. But yeah, as always, thanks for the tracking, thanks for the comms, thanks for the restream. Looking forward to watching it back.
Yeah, same for me. Thanks for the comms. Thanks for tracking, Rakan.
All right, thanks guys. It was a great time. So thank you guys so much for putting on such a fun time. At Humbug, thank you so much. This was a blast. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you, Clearmouse. Thank you. Yeah,
I'm sure you took many notes.
I did. Many notes. Some of them more important than others. But yes, I did take many notes. The covers shall prevail eventually.
Yeah, I fully believe in your team. Yeah, should be a really fun time.
Oh yeah.
All right,
Did
thanks,
you
Rossi.
note down that you can press X in the dungeon to check what the boss is?
Right. If you have the compass. But you did.
If you have
so.
it, yeah.
I didn't remember either. I just never had to check, so. I suppose I could have checked before I went to Hera, but I don't know. It's like, why would you want to know what you got for Christmas, like, early? It's like half the fun's unwrapping the present, so. Whatever. GG's.
Yeah, I agree. Thanks, Ak. All right, thanks, Jem. Thanks, Marty. Thanks, Shady. All right, thanks, Rossi, and thanks, Relkan. I mean, that was it's crazy to track so many screens here for co-op. So really do appreciate it. And yeah, in terms of just races coming up, so there is a slew of them actually coming up later tonight. It's starting at 6:10 p.m. Eastern. So we got Slumberjack and Don Venur versus Matt Tab and Red Kitsune. We've got Tam and Magno versus Vexter and Mr. Aaron's Nerd. Maniacal and Ninjembro versus S&T and Ressi. And Beer and Moogle versus Chloe Prower and Adalor. Yeah, tons of really great matches. Pretty much all here on SpeedGaming or SpeedGaming 2. So until then, have a great rest of your afternoon or evening. And catch us right back for more Rando.